Hello and welcome to your Unity integration tutorial. We're going to integrate this little bunny character over here into Unity today. And the reason why I pick him is because he's very simple and I just want to illustrate some key concepts in this tutorial. Now, to start off, this bunny has two animations, a default animation and a run animation. Alright, it's all animated in Creature using its procedural motor system. Okay, let's set some more reasonable frame ranges. All right, okay, anyway, time to do export to Unity. So what do? Move your mouse over to the export button, click on that, and click on Game Engines. Now, before we continue, I just want to say that if you haven't grabbed the Unity runtimes, click on this button over here. This will take you to the Creature GitHub page where you can grab the appropriate runtimes. And if you haven't installed the Creature runtimes into your Unity project yet, please go on to the links below where there will be a detailed in-depth write-up on how you actually import and install those runtimes in your Unity project. It's actually really simple. You just drag those files into your project folder, into the distro and asset folders, and you're done. Okay, anyway, so let's export this bunny for Unity. So first off, click on Save As. Okay, let's pick some folder. Let's call it bunny output. All right, anything you want. Save. All right, and we are done. And we have exported the file out into bunny output, this folder over here. And we have two files here, the image file and the JSON file. These are the two files we're going to bring into the Unity project. So I'll see you on Unity. Welcome back to Unity. And the first thing we're going to do is to drag the JSON and PNG file of our exported bunny character into the Unity environment. So let's do that. Drag it in, very simple. Okay, as I said, make sure that your Creature runtime environment is set up. If you haven't set that up, go to the GitHub page, grab the runtimes, and please log on to our documentation page to read the in-depth documentation on how to set it up. It's very simple, actually. Just copying a couple of the runtime files into your right folders in your set. And once you've done that, this Creature menu should appear on top of your Unity IDE, and you will see a couple of options. The first thing we're going to do is to create a Creature asset. Let's click that. This is the Unity object that will read in your Creature JSON animation file, and we're going to be able to pull animations from this asset. Now, Creature JSON, notice this property over here is unassigned. Let's assign it to the JSON file, which is over here. It loads. Okay, and you see that once it's loaded, it's already detected two animation clips, run and default. So that's great. The next thing we're going to do is to create a renderer to render our bunny. So click on Creature Renderer. All right, and obviously nothing happens because nothing's being assigned. So let's click on Creature Asset, this guy over here. Let's assign him to the asset object that we just created. All right, so there he is, he's assigned, and you see it's detected the animation. It says run, we can change it to default, and we can make it to loop. Again, nothing shows up yet. Where is our bunny? Okay, now let's make a texture for him. Just click on the bunny texture, the PNG file, drag it onto our renderer. It's a standard mesh object, and let's just assign a default shader onto him, and there is our bunny. Look at that. All right, and so you can probably already see the animation if I play it. Oh, there you go. It's actually animating, as you can see it over here. Right? Let's pull the camera back. It's a bit too close to the bunny. Let's pull the camera back so you can actually see the entire rabbit. Okay, there you have it. Okay, so that's the simplest way to bring the bunny into Unity. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to first add in a controller for this bunny. We want to be able to control the animations, switch up the animations. So what we do is click on creature and click on creature game controller. All right, let's move it to the right spot. Also notice I've already put in a 2D rigid body collider at the bottom. You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. So click on the game controller and let's basically link up. It needs the creature renderer. It needs to know about the renderer. So let's link that up. And the only thing you need to do now is to click on Build Skeleton Objects. Click on that, and look. So the plugin has created conveniently for you a bunch of collider objects that you can use in your game. And these actually follow and track with the animation. If I play the game now, if I play it, let's see what happens. Falls under gravity and hits the rigid block collider we have at the bottom. Nice. Okay, so now the next step is how do you go about controlling the animations? There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it in a pretty fancy way by using an agent. Those are basically specialized scripts that are documented online that you can use to customize game type behaviors. You can put AI in it, you can put switching of animation logic in it, or whatever. That's if you want the fancier option. The other option is to use mechanim, and Creature actually does support mechanim. What you do is click on the Creature asset object, and you notice there's a button called Build State Machine, conveniently located over here. So click on that, Build State Machine, and you'll notice a new file has been created for you. It's called New Creature Asset State Machine Transitions Controller. So double click on that, and you will see we already have states created for you. Now notice there are two states. There's run and default. Those are the two animation states of the bunny. That's already done for you. So if I want to do something really, really simple, let's say I wanted to start off with the run animation and then make it transition to default and back, and there is some delay between them so we can see animation switching. Smooth animation switching, blending in fact. How do we do that? Well, right click on run, say make transition, point it to default, do the same thing, point it back to run, okay? And we can set the exit time, say 2 seconds and 3 seconds, okay? And and one more thing, we have to actually connect the machine state to the controller. So hold down the mouse button, drag the machine state onto your controller as a component, and I think we should be good to go. Let's give it a go. Here's the bunny playing the two states, resting and running.